Okay, I'm gonna stay in the scope. I've got to choose wisely because I can't change my bags. Like, this is what I'm stuck with. This is it for the rest of my life. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a tag video that was actually created by Cassie Thorpe. She is a luxury YouTuber from the US, and she created a tag called $10,000 to spend on bags for your whole life tag. Now, I was actually tagged by the wonderful Evelyne. She is also a fellow Australian YouTuber, which is fantastic. I support all luxury community YouTubers, but it's also that little bit extra special when they are also from Australia like me. So thank you very much for tagging me. And now this tag, I'm perceiving it as US dollars because if it was Australian dollars, I would totally, completely struggle and have anxiety just trying to decide what I would go for. So I'm running with USD because that's where Cassie Thorpe is based. Before I get into the tag video, if you are already subscribed to my channel, thank you very much, welcome back. But if you aren't subscribed, then please, I would appreciate if you would hit that subscribe button below and also the bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos, which is generally at least once a week. I did struggle with this tag. I was in two minds about it. I was thinking, okay, it's $10,000, 10,000 USD. For someone who loves luxury, we can all relate that 10,000 USD. If you were given that, you would still essentially struggle. 10,000 USD is still a lot. It's a lot of money, but you would have to be so concise with your purchases that you were sure that these were bags that were going to last a test of time, be flexible as your taste changes, suit a variety of lifestyle situations. So as you know, I have a toddler, so I need to have that in mind as well. I have another baby on the way, so I need to think about that too. But then I also need to think about versatility when I need a bag that perhaps would be for a dinner date with my husband or something like that. A bag to say go to the zoo, a bag to carry everything for the kids. So yeah, there are a lot of variables that I had to think about. And we all know, if you are obviously already subscribed to my channel, that I absolutely love Hermes. I'm an absolute avid lover for Hermes. I really appreciate the craftsmanship. So $10,000 US doesn't even get you a elusive Hermes bag like the Birkin Kelly Constance. I think it can get you a Constance, but that's not really the bag that makes my heart sing. It's the Birkin and Kelly that I really have a strong admiration for. So I pretty much could not get either of those bags if I were to opt for a brand new bag. Now I don't think there was any specific rules that Cassie said that you had to actually make sure these were brand new bags that you would have purchased from the store, because in hindsight, 10,000 USD, you want to try and stretch it as much as possible. You want to make sure that you can get the best value for money. So I'm playing a little bit with pre-loved in this instance when it comes to spending this 10,000 USD, and there's no time frame. So in a hypothetical situation, I could sit on the money and wait for the right deals to pop up to then pull the trigger on the bags that I want, that are in the budget that I want. So I'm going to start off with the first bag, and the first bag is an Hermes Kelly 28 box calf, preferably gold hardware. I'd love silver hardware, but gold hardware is actually the one that you will find a better deal on in the pre-loved market. Now, this is going to be a vintage bag, so it's not going to have the double hook rings that you attach the strap to. And it's obviously going to have to be at least around about, it may be 20 years old, maybe more, may even be less. It really just depends, because in the pre-loved market for this particular bag, the Hermes Kelly 28 cellular box calf, I should say, because when it comes to box calf leather, I only prefer it in the cellular for the Kelly. I'm not a fan of box calf on Raton. I find that it kind of just, the curves on it don't look quite right in that leather, so I do like it only in a cellular. So in the Japan consignment stores for this pre-loved vintage Kelly 28 cellular box calf gold hardware, the price range with the strap is around about 5,500 USD to about 6,350 USD. They do sell for more than 6,350 USD, but if you aren't getting the double hook rings and a more recent model, you're not really getting that great of a deal if you're spending more than 6,350, because they do sell under 6,350 without the double hook rings, without the strap, with the strap, and in good condition to very good condition without any cracks to the box calf. So I'm going to put it as, I'm listing this as a 6,350 price tag that I would be spending on a Kelly 28 vintage box calf, cellular, black, gold hardware. And now the reason that I actually chose this bag and why I said that I would go with that bag, not only is it because it's an Hermes bag and I feel like I would need that in my life, now that I know what the brand produces and the craftsmanship, I would need that in my life. But I also think of it as this bag has versatility to it. I can use it as a day bag. Yes, it can be used as a day bag. I feel as though the Kelly bag can be dressed up, can be dressed down, even in the cellier. It just depends on your style and what you wear with the bag to dress it down. But then it can also quite easily be dressed up. So you could take it out for evenings. It could be an evening bag, but it could still be a day bag. So the versatility is there. Box calf is a very strong, durable leather. That's why these bags sell in the pre-loved market and they hold their value. They still look fabulous. So it's a very hardy leather. The only downfall is that it's not good to be caught in the rain with box calf. It can blister, but that actually is the case for quite a lot of the other Hermes leathers as well. It's really a case for most leather handbags, just don't be caught in the rain. So I feel as though this leather would be fantastic, and I also know how to care for box calf, so that's another good thing. I would get good value for money and still get an Hermes bag within the $10,000 limit. So obviously we still have more money to play with. And the next one that I would go with, I would opt for the Longchamp Le Pliage large tote in, I think it's like a blush pink. I would get the tote. That's a shoulder bag. It's got the long strap on it, and that's 155 USD. So that's great value. And the reason that I chose this bag is that I'm not the biggest fan of like tote bags. You notice that I don't really use them. I do want to eventually get a tote bag. Maybe I'll go with this, maybe I'll go with something else. But I feel as though by sticking in that $10,000 limit and only spending 155 USD on a tote bag, this will fulfill the need that I require on occasions that I need to carry more. It could also even work as a baby bag. I could have my other bag and then I could have this bag with all the baby things in it. So there's quite a lot of versatility to that bag. It'll be more carefree because it's in the nylon. I could take it to the beach. The next bag that I would actually opt for is a Louis Vuitton bag. And I would go for the Speedy B 25 in the, well, Speedy B being the bandolier. So the Speedy 25 in the bandolier option. I would opt for that in the monogram canvas. So yes, it would have the vachetta leather. But the reason I thought about this bag was I can use it crossbody. So that's fantastic. Out with the kiddos. With a newborn pushing a pram, that would be a great bag to have. If I'm going to the zoo, we're going to a theme park, this would completely fulfill the need of a crossbody bag, but it also will carry all my essentials, and it could carry some things for the kids as well. I would still have space for like drink bottles, that sort of thing, some snacks, dummy, whatever. I would have space for that in the Speedy 25 because it's actually a very sufficiently sized bag for a small medium handbag. And the price on that is 1,490 USD. So I also thought about the fact that I could take the straps off, so it could just be a top handle bag. So if I wanted to have just a top handle bag, which looks a little bit more dressy. With that third bag, the Speedy B25, we are now at a total of 7,995 USD, which essentially leaves me with 2,000 USD to play with. 2,005 USD, but you know, whatever, 5 USD. So 2,000 USD, I thought that I would actually, again, go to the pre-loved market. This is a bag that's actually been on my wish list. I was on my 2019 wish list. I wanted to get a Chanel vintage classic flap. If not a vintage, just a pre-loved classic flap. And ideally, I wanted to get one in the mini size, in the mini square, or the mini rectangular. Now, 2,000 USD, you might think that's not going to be enough for that bag. Well, it actually is. If you are able to go onto the Rakuten Marketplace and look at Chanel bags, there is some fantastic deals from these Japanese consignment stores on vintage Chanel bags, because like I said before, they have a high turnover of luxury goods. So there's a lot of competitive pricing there, and you can in fact get a very good condition Chanel vintage classic flap in the mini square size, in the gold, even in like other colors like beige, perhaps more so in the lambskin for that. Most of the time it will be in a lambskin for the vintage square, and you can get them for 2,000 USD, less than 2,000 USD actually you can. But you can also find there are the occasional gem that I have come across probably quite a few times, so it's not like a rare gem or anything like that, but you can actually get the rectangular flap in patent leather for up to 2,000 USD as well, obviously pre-loved. And I have seen it even in colors like pink, in the caviar leather, but quite older bags sort of thing, like maybe I think like 17 series or something. So they are definitely there on the global Rakuten marketplace from Japan. You can get a Chanel mini classic flap in the square or the rectangular, you know, with a little bit of not being the fact that it's a caviar classic looking one. It would be painted, it might be pink, that sort of thing. You can get them for 2,000 USD, a little bit less. So that's what I would do. I would spend the remaining 2,000 USD and get that, because that bag, when you look at all that I've chosen, the Kelly 28, it'll take me day to night. Definitely ticks the box of being able to be used as an evening bag. And then I've also got my beautiful Hermes craftsmanship in the only bag that I have in my collection. And then I've got the Longchamp Le Pliage tote, fulfills the need of the tote. The Speedy B 25 can be top handle, can be crossbody bag, can be shoulder bag. Great for when I'm out and about with the kiddos. Those all fulfill the needs. And then I'm kind of missing like a classic brand bag that everyone knows, will stand the test of time, will always be a classic, and can be dressed up, can be dressed down. It's crossbody, quite easy to wear, and that to me is a Chanel mini classic flap. That's just what I think in my head of a bag that is just going to pair with everything and just going to last the test of time. And 30 years now, people are still going to know that bag and still love that bag. So I think that would be a perfect bag. And all of these bags, it will be great heirlooms to pass on to my children as well. So I think I've chosen pretty wisely. 10,000 USD, came in at 9,995 USD. And I don't know if I cheated a bit. I did go to the pre-love market, but like I said, with that limit, you got to be smart. You got to be savvy. And I don't often always buy brand new bags anyway. I tend to quite commonly buy pre-loved, so I know the pre-loved market very well. So I think I've made some great choices. So I'm going to tag a few more people to do this video with me. So I'd love to see the choices from Chateau Chic, Be Fabulous with Me, Irene, Accounting for Fashion, Erica's Girly World, and Style Hard. I would love to see your choices, and anyone else who hasn't already done this video and does make luxury YouTube videos, then please, I would love to see your choices. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!